to Flawed and Happy. We're just gonna roll right along with this whole quitting smoking journey. So today is April 3rd. It's Wednesday, I do believe. So my last video was episode 4, so this is gonna be episode 5. And I said I was gonna try to go the rest of the evening without smoking. You guys, I am like pretty impressed with myself. I smoked a half a cigarette last night. And so far today, I have had three cigarettes, three and a half. Take that back, 3.5, because the other half that I had left over from last night, I did smoke that other half today. So I've had 3.5 cigarettes today. And it is already mid-afternoon. We're coming up on the 3 o'clock hour. You guys, I am pretty stoked about that. So, how have I been feeling? It got a little earlier today. It got a little bit difficult. I'm not gonna lie. I got some personal things going on in my life, and in addition to the couple of issues that I got to tend with the doctor, there's other things that are going on in my personal life. And, I think the reason why, even though the whole trying not to smoke through those life situations is because I just wholeheartedly and firmly believe that all of us, every single one of us, it doesn't matter who we are, where we come from, what our backstory is, what our current life situation is, we are all going to have life happen. It's all in the way we roll with life's punches. And sometimes it really does feel like we are definitely being given way more than what we can handle. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty close to feeling that way with certain situations that are going on in my life. But at the same time, I have to look at those situations and try to decide what are the situations that I can actually do something about, and what are the situations that are just totally out of my control. No matter what I do, I mean, they're just gonna be there. And today's situation is one of those. It's there. It is out of my control. No matter what I say, I'm not gonna cry. Stop it. I'm not gonna cry. It's one of those situations where there is nothing I can do at all. And the fact that, I could have taken the easy way and just grabbed a cigarette and puffed my way through it. But this particular situation has been going on for quite some time, and it involves another individual. And unfortunately, anywhere we have life, we have death. And we're not to that death part. We're not there. But we're close. And I don't know how close. I don't know. All I know is that wherever there's life, there's death. And it's just one of those situations you just got to roll with it. You got to take it as it goes. And today we're definitely taking it as it comes. And it is literally an hour by hour moment. I'm not going to say that this particular individual is at the end of their life, but it's close. I don't know how close. I don't know how much more time, but along with that comes some other issues as well. And it is just a really difficult, stressful moment for not just me, but many people. And the fact that I am still trying to stay on this whole entire quitting smoking journey. Like, you guys, if you remember in my very first video, I said I didn't intend on doing this, and I didn't. I was 100% totally blindsided by what I was told at the doctor. So, I feel as though that piece of hair just like wants to, whatever. Once again, can't control it, right? Can't control it. It's going to do what it wants. Once again, you know, the couple of things that I myself am looking at, I believe it's fixable. I do. And you know, I can most definitely help prevent the outcome and where it's going to go by whether or not I'm smoking. So I felt as though I was 100% ready. I was highly motivated to be able to start this journey. I look at my family. I have adult kids. One of my adult daughters has kids. Our family business that we have, it's a lot of work. It's very time consuming, but we really enjoy it. And I want to be around for a lot of years to see where that's going to go. To see where else we expand into. And, you know, and that's just, it's fun. It gives you something to look forward to. So when I decided to take on this whole entire quit smoking journey, oh, wow. I didn't anticipate that some of the things that have come to surface this week, just this week alone, were going to come. But, you know, I just wholeheartedly keep feeling as though, you know what, I'm just, we all go through many different phases and stages in life, and I just believe I am in a growing stage right now. And when we hit those growing stages, sometimes it feels like things are being thrown at us left and right. Sometimes we feel like we might want to duck to try to avoid being hit. But I've learned throughout my life that the more I just stand firm and I stand tall and I take it as it comes and I get through it, the quicker it passes. And I'm taking that, the whole quitting smoking with that same regard. I have to because, you know, I feel as though I've already gone so far with the no smoking. And, oh, I need to correct a date again. Oh my gosh, you guys, seriously. My life has been so stressful and chaotic that I can't keep my days and dates correct, obviously. Okay, so March 23rd, I went to, that was a Saturday, because March 24th was a Sunday and that was my birthday. So the day before, on March 23rd is when I went to what they call urgent care. It's an after hours clinic that you can go and visit. So I go there, I get an antibiotic and I get another medication to help relieve some of the symptoms that, you know, and that guy, he thought, you know, like, sinus infection. There we go. Sinus infection. Because I thought I had ear infection, but no, it was, what I think is going on. And I still kind of think it because the symptoms come and go, but a lot of pressure, you know, and it feels like from my head, you know, and like all the way up. So it caused a lot of dizziness, lightheadedness, couldn't really maintain my thoughts a whole lot. So I start the medication that night. Now, he told me to call the ear, nose, and throat doctor. I did that on Monday, the 25th. I actually made the appointment and went on March 27th. So that is the date I want to correct, because I think it was yesterday's video. I said I was at the ear, nose, and throat doctor on March 25th. And I know this is getting so confusing because it's like the third date change. So timeline, March 23rd, I went to the doctor. Ear, nose, nope. I went to the urgent care, got on medication, got told to call the ear, nose, and throat. I called on the 25th, that Monday morning. They scheduled my appointment for March 27th. I went on March 27th, got told what I got told there, came home, and I called the quit line. It's on video. So, that is the timeline. I just wanted to reiterate that and just correct that. So, today, I've been getting by. I'm not going to say it's been easy. I have brushed my teeth twice so far. I am drinking my detox tea. Oh no, how far I can tip that. Can you guys see that? You know, I'm really liking this tea. It's got a really nice, smooth taste to it. And, there's a hint of chamomile in there. I can taste that. There's a hint. I can taste it. But then there's this other flavor that gives it like just a really, really small sweet taste. And I like that too. I didn't add anything to it. I just make it the way the package says to make it. And it's just you make it 4 cups of water and then you bring it to a boil. Then you steep your tea in that boiling water and just put your lid on it. And the longer you let it steep, the better it's going to be. So I've been steeping mine all night. So I actually, before I go to bed, I bring my 4 cups of water to a boil. And then once I bring it to a boil, I just shut my burner off, toss my tea in, stir it up a little bit, cover it and put it off to the side. And I let it set on the top of my stovetop all night long. And then, the 4 cups, you're just going to drink them throughout the day. So it comes out to be about three of these. So yeah, it's good. I like it. And I think it's helping. You know, I guess I don't have anything to compare it to. All I know is that from March 27th, and that's a 100% correction from the last video, because the last video I said it was March 25th. No, it wasn't. It was March 27th, last Wednesday, that I was at the ear, nose, and throat doctor. So here we are 7 days later. I was smoking 20 cigarettes a day. And now 7 days later, as of right now, we're coming up on the 3 o'clock hour. And I just looked at the time. We're real close to the 3 o'clock hour. I have had 3.5 cigarettes today. So, I don't know what to say about that. I honestly don't. The least amount that in the years past that I've gotten myself weaned down to was about a half pack. And, oh no. You know, the cigarettes taste yuck today. Like, they taste pretty yuck. So, I'm getting to a point where, like, my body wants that cigarette, but I don't. Does that make sense? My brain's like, no, we don't want it. You know, I've been using the detox tea every day, and I'm going to have to say that that's helping, just because in the years past when I did wean myself down, I wasn't doing no type of detox or anything, but I am this time. And in that short amount of time period, I've managed to get down to 3.5. Now, tomorrow morning, I do have my coaching call. You know, if anybody's looking at, you know, the possibility of quitting smoking, or, you know, you've been contemplating, you're not quite sure, I would suggest looking up, you know, just Googling your state and then put in quit line. And you guys, I'm sure I haven't looked to see if it's nationwide, but if we have it in my state, I'm sure everybody has it. But that's what I did. I came right home and I made that phone call. I was determined. My mind was made up, and I knew I was going to need some help. Another thing that I've been doing a lot is I've been saying quite a few prayers. You know, just help me get through this one. You know, help me get through. Going in the 10, 20-minute intervals, I'm down to about 20 minutes now. And that helps. Still using my game. Still doing that. You know, so far it's working. Tomorrow with the phone call with the coach, I'll record it, but we'll see what we all discuss and talk about, whether or not it gets uploaded. I don't know, but I will record it and go from there. So that is it. That is my day in a nutshell. I'm hanging on today, but not from the smoking aspect, if that makes sense. There's just a lot going on. There's, this is only Wednesday, and we've kind of had a lot happen already this week, and I don't know what to think about that. All I know is that a week ago, I made the decision to quit smoking, and no matter what, I got to stay on course. I got to stay on track regardless. You know, I have not even started another series that I am going to do is going to be on recovery. Ironically, here I am trying to quit smoking, but I have little over 8.5 years of solid recovery. And that's been another thing I've been doing, is taking those tools that I learned throughout the years of being in recovery and applying them to this situation. It doesn't make it easy. It doesn't make it easy at all, but it does make it a little bit easier to be able to go through. So, that is another series I do want to talk about, and I do want to start sharing about, because addiction is a real issue for a lot of people, and addiction does not discriminate at all. Addiction doesn't care who you are, doesn't care who your family is. Addiction doesn't care what you have or what you don't have. All addiction cares about is that it has you all to itself. And it affects many people, not just the person that is using or intoxicated, but it affects the family members, it affects friends, it affects acquaintances. It is definitely a ripple effect. So I do want to go into a series. I'm just not 100% sure when I'm going to be able to start that, with certain situations that I got going on in my personal life right now. And, you know, they tell us in recovery, you can't keep it unless you give it away. And my life is real, and my life is getting really real right now, like realer than real. And I wished I could go into details, but I just can't. I have to give it away in order to keep it. Certain things that are going on right now are things that, you know, 9 years ago, I would have been using over it. I would have been drinking over every single aspect of it. I wouldn't be talking about how it makes me feel, because I would be wasted in one way or another. And for me to sit here 8.5 years later and feel it and go through it while I'm trying to quit smoking on top of it all, like I said, none of this was planned. Believe me. Had anybody told me, you know, this and this and this is going to start happening, and then you're going to quit smoking, I would have laughed at them. I would have been like, no, that's my one vice that I have, and I'm keeping that sucker, because that is what I've been saying all this time. I'm keeping it, you know, and a lot of people in my personal life, they know that about me, so they don't even harp on me or say anything about my smoking anymore, because they know my story, they know where I've been, they know what I've overcame, they know what I've survived. So just to have me here that's a pretty big blessing to them to begin with. So they really don't care if they care about whether or not I smoke, but it's not that important to them to hound me about it. So this decision was 100% mine. The quitting smoking, now that I've started it, I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to stay on course. I really haven't thought a whole lot about, where I want my cigarette count to be today. I have been thinking about that almost every day. Today I haven't. I don't know why. I just haven't. I'm not going to fret about it. The fact that I'm this far along. The last coaching call that I had, I was told over the phone, the coach told me not to worry about the whole quitting smoking until we have our next conversation, which is tomorrow morning. And, yeah, I'm going to be able to tell him I've gone from 20 cigarettes a day, so far today, 3.5. I'm pretty impressed. I'm pretty impressed. And I'm just going to keep taking it, in those 20-minute intervals and until I can bump up to 30 and then 40 and and I don't know how long it's going to take me. I haven't put a time frame on any of this at all. I'm just taking everything just one moment at a time, and that's all I can do. And it's all anybody can do with anything in their life. Just live in the moment, stay in the moment. Have you guys ever heard the saying, if you got 1 foot in yesterday and 1 foot in tomorrow, you're pissing all over today? It goes that way in your moment too. Stay in your moment. Just look at your life for what it is right here, right now. Stop what you're doing. Close your eyes, open them up, look around. There's your reality. That's your moment. That's what I'm doing. So I did tell you guys yesterday, I got something in the mail. So I didn't know this was being sent out, but I got a workbook. Well, yeah, like an actual workbook. So I kind of thumbed through it. I don't know if I'm supposed to start it before my coach calls again. I am going to get, so they got like committing to quit. And it just has, okay, so I'll just read. This is the benefits of quitting. So it says, soon after you quit smoking, you'll have more energy and less stress. Your eyes and throat will be less irritated. Your smoker's cough will go away. Did you hear me just cough? That's what that is. Your sense of taste and smell will improve. Ooh. That sounds like a fun one. That's because I like to eat. I love the smell of foods. Spices. Oh my gosh. You'll have better smelling breath and clothes. Okay. You'll start to feel better within 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Over time, you'll have fewer clouds and other respiratory colds. You'll have fewer colds and other respiratory infections. Your body will repair much of the damage from smoking. You'll reduce your risk of cancer, heart disease, COPD, and high blood pressure. So that's all pretty good. So, that's just one page. These pages are kind of smooth. They're sticking together. Reasons for quitting. And like here, I want to just show you guys, like when I say this is a little workbook, like here they have an activity. See the activity? So, activity, your reasons for quitting. Check off the reasons you want to quit, then add your own. Later, you'll use this list to help you quit and stay smoke-free. So let's do this one together. I'll read these off, and I'll tell you if... I'll go ahead and mark my check marks. I want my health to be better. I'm putting a check mark by that one, don't we all? I want my family to be healthier. Yeah, I think we all do. I want to be in control of my life. I'm not going to mark that one. Just because if you guys knew me and if you knew me personally, I don't believe in having control of anything at all. I don't believe I can ever have control of my life. There's one power source that has full control. And the more I put my power source in the driver's seat, the easier my life is to lead. It's when I try to reach and take control of situations, you know, it's like, you know, here's a situation. I got a lighter. Here's a situation. You know, you reach in and you grab and you hold on to that situation because you want control. What is happening? Look at that. My knuckles are turning white. I'm hanging on to this sucker tight. The more we try to control and the more we try to hang on, the harder it gets to hang on. And eventually our hands get tired and our fingers get sore and we have to let go. We have to. So I don't believe, for me personally, I ain't going to say that about anybody else. I mean, you're free to believe what you want and live your life however you want. I'm just saying, this is how I live. I don't attempt to have control of nothing in my life. No people, places, things, situations, nothing. And I'll get into that on a different series. So I'm not going to put a check mark by that one. I don't want to smell like smoke or have bad breath anymore. Honestly, I never gave it too big of a thought, but I'll go ahead and put a check mark by it anyway because that sounds like a good thing. I want to show respect for my body. I like cookies. I want to feel better. I won't cough so much and I'll have more energy. Heck yeah, I like that one. I want to save money. Well, let's put a check mark by that one because we all know how expensive smoking is. I want to set a good example for my family. Yeah. You know, my adult kids, when they find out I'm doing this, because I haven't even told them yet, you know, they went their entire childhoods. Like when I say I consider myself to be a lifetime smoker, I really do. All of my kids, I have a minor child and all of my kids have seen me smoke. You know, my 3 adult kids, their whole life growing up, you know, Mom, quit smoking. Mom, will you please quit smoking? Mom, why do you gotta smoke? You know, and I actually feel kind of bad for them now because they've gone, all 3 of them, over 20 years. All 3 of them, you know, and so, yeah, I feel a little bit bad for them now. But we can't have any regrets in life. You know, we just gotta learn as we go and keep going. I'll make my amends to them. I will. First, I want to get this no smoking thing. I want to be more successful with it than what I am before I set out. And this is going to sound so silly because I'm putting these on YouTube, but I don't have any followers yet. I think there was like five subscribers last night when I uploaded. And so it's going to sound really silly, but I don't want to tell anybody I quit yet. Right? Look, and now you're like, but you're telling me. Okay, so my 5 subscribers that I have right now, thank you for being here. And I honestly am trying. I really am. Okay, my other reason to quit. Well, my main reason is my own personal health. And I know that was already on here, but I'm going to put it down again because I got to remind myself of that. You know, that ear, nose, and throat doctor, when I went in to talk to them, I didn't like what else they told me. I didn't. So I have a second opinion Friday on one of the issues. And the other issue, quite honestly, I think it's got to do more with the sinus infection than what they had originally thought it was, which was kind of scary. I'll wait and once I know for sure what that is, I'll let you guys know. But okay, and then there's a quiz. So yeah, it's looking to me like this is just simply a workbook. There's actually a lot of information in it though, and a lot of different activities. Setting your quit day. So I haven't really set a quit date. I have thought about a quit date. I'm going to talk to my coach tomorrow though about that, and whatever my coach and I decide, that's what I'll go with. So you want to pick a quit date. You want to write it down. You want to follow the suggested timelines. And on your quit day, you're not going to smoke. So that's where I'm at. I have to officially pick a quit date. I do have one in mind. I'll visit with my coach and we'll go from there. So that is where I am at today. I'm just trying really hard to just hang in there, and I'm just kind of taking my day as it rolls, just because there's no other way I can take it. I'm a little worried about the individual. It's a scary deal, but you know, what do you do? What do you do? One day at a time, right? That's what I keep telling myself. So I'm going to just continue to do what I'm doing. I'm just going to complete my detox tea for the day. I think I'm just about done with it when that cup is gone. I think it is gone. Keep going in 20-minute intervals. And I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm going to wait and talk to my coach tomorrow. I haven't decided, like, do I only want one more cigarette for the day or only a half a cigarette? I haven't even really thought about that. I'm just going to keep going just in my 20-minute intervals and just do that. So with that, I'm going to call this video good. I'm going to call it done. The journey's definitely getting real. Lots of feeling today, but I got a lot of life situations going on too, which kind of compound and add to it. So today is going to be just a day where I'm going to just try really hard to just be. And that's it, just be, you know. Some days where it's like that, you know, even when you're not trying to quit smoking. I mean, some days all we can do is just breathe, you know, and today that's kind of a day for me. I'm just going to breathe. Just going to focus on my breathing. So, thanks for tuning in. I will pop in again. Yeah, life coach tomorrow. Yeah, I guess it is kind of, it's through the state. So my coach is going to be calling tomorrow. So that will be fun. And, you know, honestly, if there's anybody watching this that has been thinking about quitting smoking, it's not as bad as what I thought it was going to be. If that helps you at all. It's not as bad. I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's definitely not like extremely difficult though either. Yeah, so I don't know. If anybody out there has been thinking about quitting, this is just my own personal experience, and I'm sure it'll vary and differ with other people. So, thanks for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Bye.